Welcome to today's Swarf and Chips. Now, as you can see, we're out and about on the road today, and we are at the headquarters in the UK for QuickGrind. We'll be finding out in the show why QuickGrind are the UK's best kept secret for cutting tools. We'll be taking a tour around their technical centre, and we'll be talking around their total solutions of engineering. What does that mean exactly, Tim?
So that's our suite of customer-centric services that we offer. So we have QuickCam, our application service, QuickLab, our innovative R&D for tooling. We've got QuickVend, our vending solution. And lastly, we've got QuickEdge, which is our remanufacturing service, not to be confused with regrinding.
All that and so much more on today's Swarf and Chips. Right, before we head on into the Technology Centre, I'm here with Eddie, who is the founder of this company. Eddie, you worked very, very hard. You were working for a company that didn't believe in you. You then went out there and got a paper round to earn more money to be able to impress another company, and that was the beginning, wasn't it?
It certainly was. I mean, they were times where, you know, you believe in yourself, but you hope other people have the same opinion as you have. Not always true, but nevertheless, one person did believe in my idea, and then we went from there.
You certainly did, and then you went knocking on doors, didn't you? Very tenacious, aren't you?
Yeah, well, the knock on the doors was quite fun, actually, because some of the responses I got, obviously, I mean, was we don't use end mills, we don't do, what is an end mill? And occasionally did come across people that would give you something, and that was the part, you know, quite interesting.
And you've made QuickGrind the success that it is today. So we're going to find out a little bit more of where QuickGrind are today. So I'm here with Joe and Ross, who's the MD of the company. It's noisy in here because behind this wall is actually the workshop. We're in the Technology Centre at the moment, so you can hear lots of work going on. Later on in the show, we'll be talking about this cycle time challenge to do with lollipop tooling. But first, Ross, QuickGrind, what makes you so different?
What I'd like to say is what makes QuickGrind different is we put tooling all under one shell. So there's no standards, there's no specials, there's no bespoke tooling. Everything that can be designed and everything can be a solution. So that's what we try to do. We try to make sure that we have solutions for our customers, not just what we have in a catalogue or in our stock. We look at the customer and then try to solve that problem.
So you're not exactly saying, right, customer, we've got that ABC. No, what do you need? And we can provide it.
Absolutely, that's exactly what we do. We look at their processes and try to make the best tool for that job.
So where does that come from? Where does the journey start? Will an end user come to you and say, I need help? Or do you look at a job that they're probably already doing and offer a better solution?
Normally we will look at a job they're already doing. If it's something that they need to take from, let's say 5 hours down to 3.5 hours, we'll look at not just the tooling but the strategy they're using, and then we might change the tooling to the strategy or the strategy and tooling together to create a turnkey package to bring that whole process down, which is solution engineering for us.
Yeah, it's worth pointing out you don't just manufacture cutting tools here, do you? You've got a competence in CAD/CAM, in design and manufacture, but also application with these machines around us as well.
Yeah, and that's the whole reason for our technical centre and the investment in that. You know, we realised over the past years that this is something we've always done, but we've always had to go into customers and use their machines, and then all of a sudden, we've got a week reserved for them, a day and a half into the testing and the process improvement, they've said, guys, we need the machine back for production, we're getting behind, so we're kicked off the machine. Then the whole project gets kicked back another week, month or whatever, so we realised that we really had to have our own technical centre, our own ability, and not just for the customers' processes and improvements, but also for our own tool developments and testing, etc. So yeah, so that's kind of where our next stage was and now is here, which is the technical centre.
So within the Technical Centre, we've got this massive sign above us that says infinite possibilities. So what's this branding message? Well,
when we were talking to the marketing team, I had it in my head what we always did and what I wanted to get across, but it never kind of come to the front. And then all of a sudden, one of our great marketing guys come up with this symbol. When I saw it on the email, I was like, that is it. That's exactly what we do. You know, it's We have all the tool types for all the materials. I said there's not brand new materials out every day, so we know the market, we know the industries, and we already have those skills. So to be able to change the tools and change things, they can be subtle, different changes, but we can make a massive difference just by maybe reducing flute length, extending overall lengths, neck lengths. It doesn't have to be, like I say, a special. It's something that wants to be screwed up and chucked in the bin. It's just another tool design, and we try to get it right for the customer.
Okay, well, let's go and head on inside. I'm quite excited about this, where Gio is with Mike.
So, Mike, when you say remanufacture, do you mean regrind?
It's regrind to everybody else, but to us it's a totally different operation. So we have 5 different operations in the remanufacturing. So we take the tool back to a new tool. That includes recoating. So whether it's end cut, reform, we can grind on the OD, we can neck back. So we ask the company, what do you want to achieve and what's your parameters, and we do that worldwide.
Some people may say that regrinded a tool, you don't get the same tool life. Is that correct?
Not with us. No, we will almost guarantee as near as same performance as a new tool. For something like 40% of the new tool price. Just on this bench here, this is one of our bulldogs. It's a high feed tool. This comes back, I think this is from Italy. We will remanufacture the end, reform the end. This tool could be remanufactured 5 or 6 times, if not more.
Now, you're regrinding not only in the UK, but around the world.
We have deliveries from around the world, so we deliver to 37 different countries. So that's new tool, remanufacturing, comes back in, and I'm going to show you the facility that we have for that.
So is this all about traceability?
Traceability is a big one. Yeah.
Right, let's go, Mike.
Okay.
So, Mike, what is this department called?
This is our goods in and goods out department, but this is also, we're a member of AEO, which is an authorised economic organisation, which means, for example, every box of tools that come in from anywhere around the world needs to be registered. So it's weighed when it comes in. It's also recorded by camera. So in this box here, you can see there's a number of tools that have come back in. So we have to analyse these tools to what the customer needs to be done, so any kind of regrind like I mentioned before, and above us there's a camera, so that records every single tool and box that comes in. When they're remanufactured, we have to account for every single tool. It's weighed again, because obviously there's a slight reduce on the weight after remanufacture, and then that's recorded and sent back out. And we're one of the first companies, smaller companies if you like, to get the AEO organisation.
So, Mike, that's brilliant insight into the regrind process. Can we go and have a look at the new tool manufacture?
Absolutely. Come this way. Here we are.
So, Mike, we're here now in the new tool manufacturing facility. What a huge investment.
It's a big one, yeah. Within the last 2 years, we've had getting on for £2 million investment in manufacturing and machines.
So what kind of technology do you have here? I see the automation here. Can you give us a bit of a rundown in regards to technology?
Well, the anchor grinder machines, we've stuck with anchor. They're all anchor grinder machines in here. They're the latest technology with laser checking on the wheel as well as the tool. Robot loading, so the robot, hopefully it will run in a second, you'll see it. Takes the tool out, new tool goes back in, old tool comes out.
So you've got the blanks on the right-hand side that I can see, and the finished parts on the left-hand side. Is this the same configuration on all of these anchor machines?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah, exactly. So, it just means that loading is fast and efficient.
And what kind of tools are you producing here, Mike?
You name it. We produce tools for customers' needs. Rather than having a huge range of standards, we like to get the customer involved in developing a tool specific for jobs. So when customers work with us in that kind of respect, they choose huge savings. And every tool we make, we look to get back for remanufacture, which I think I mentioned earlier, but it's worth mentioning again because it's such an important part of our business and what the client will, the savings they'll see as well.
So if I was Mr. End User in America and I wanted a, shall I say, special tool or bespoke tool, I know you're not referring to them as such, But what information would I need to supply to you for you to be able to manufacture that tool?
For us, you see, it's not a special, it's a tool, and we're set up to just make tools. So what we leave from them is we work with the client on not only the component, if he's got an idea on a tool, we work with the tool. He can send us a DXF or a model of some sort. We can put it into our Anchor software. If we can model it, we can make it. We work with them then on developing the tool for the best strategies as well. So it's a complete process.
So, you know, kind of, can you give me an example? You know, the tools that you make are standard to you. They're not bespoke, but however, these tools are bespoke to a customer's application. Could I say, would that be correct?
That's correct. But you know, when people think of a special or a bespoke tool, it generally thinks 6 to 8 weeks and a high price. It's not to us. We're set up in a way that we'll make a new tool, whether it's tailor-made for the customer. Not a little bit, just around not much more than a standard price. And you'll get it in 2 to 3 weeks, if not quicker.
2 to 3 weeks, is that anywhere around the world?
Yeah, absolutely anywhere around the world. So everything has to be drawn, because we're full ISO. Once you've approved the drawing and the order's placed, it's 2 to 3 weeks for an out-and-out bespoke tool.
And before we leave this facility, how do you keep it so pristine?
Good cleaning. Everything we do is precise. So if it's a clean environment, everyone's involved in keeping their own section clean. We get cleaners come in, obviously. For us, it's important. It's a nice and lovely environment to work in, as I think you'll agree. I
totally agree. The perception, in this first time I've been here, is absolutely, this facility is amazing. Now, this is not the only investment that you've made here. You've also opened a new tech centre.
Yep, the technical centre for us is a massive step forward, and I'd like to show you that now if you're ready.
Go on then, Mike. Now, all of this evolution is happening in such a short period of time. Can you give us an indication on this?
It's within the last 2 years. This is within the last 6 months.
Now, you're teasing me here. I want to go and see this tech centre. Come on.
Here you go. So Gio, this is our partner wall, partners for the tech centre and also our Quest programme, which is the educational series. Now, I want to show you the beginning of our tech centre. So Gio, as it says here, welcome to Infinite Possibilities. I think you're going to like this. What do you think?
I think it's absolutely stunning, stunning. I mean, when did this get open, Mike?
This is newly open now. We've finished it maybe a couple of weeks ago. So now we've installed the Quasar 3-axis and the Mazak 5-axis. We bought these. It's the investment that the company has made because we're serious about what we need to do within the tech centre. So we will take our own tools and develop our own tools here, obviously, but we take partner and clients' components, optimize tool programs, optimize the tooling for it, obviously video it, produce the tool, and then work with the client to get the absolute best cycle times that we can.
So when you say you're serious about what you do, you know, you've invested further money, you know, into this fantastic tech centre. Is it paying dividends? Will it pay dividends?
It will pay dividends because the idea is we're going to have our own events here with our partners like OpenMind, VeryCut, Romheld, Built, Schunk, Nikon, Mazak, Blazers, you name it. Those people are all going to help us and we'll help each other work in partnership to get the right clients here who want to develop their processes and do something different.
Now, you mentioned the word help. Now, you want to help your clients. Now, cutting tools are probably one of the biggest consumable expenses of any company. You know, you are looking to save companies money by them investing in your product. How do you achieve this?
It's working with the client, and we call them clients more than customers. The customer is somebody you go into a shop and you just buy something and you go. Client is someone who you work with them, so you understand the processes, what they're doing now and what they want to do in the future. And so we can work with these companies. If you get real innovators within the company and company directors who really want to push forward and compete worldwide, then that's the thing we can do with them.
You are a unique company, and this tech centre is fantastic. It's really a great addition to your amazing facility. Yep. I absolutely love the logo, the branding, the design, there's nothing really that I can fault about this tour. So Mike, thanks for this fantastic insight into a fantastic company.
I'm glad you've all come here today because it's very important to showcase what we've got, and it's an open invitation for clients to come and work with us in the facility. So I'm glad you came here.
So we're back here in the set, and I'm joined by Gio and Ross. We're going to be talking about barrel end mills. So just to start off, I know you're a big advocate here.
Yeah.
Why should engineers use barrel mills?
Well, for one reason, you can get up to a 90% saving. And I say 90% and over sometimes, and I'm being 100% honest, and we can prove it. So.
Okay, so what are the barriers? What do you need to be able to implement it?
Well, there is no barriers. We've got everything here to show you. We can design the tools, we can produce the tools, we can prove it out, and we can actually use your models to actually prove it out on our machinery. So there is no barriers.
What do you think, Gio? Have you come across barrel mills before?
Yeah, I have over the last few years, to be honest, Joe, and it does intrigue me. I think that it's an educational journey. I think there's still a lot of people out there that don't fully understand the ways in which it can save them money and reduce their cycle time. So for these people out there that are not convinced, what would you actually say to them? What kind of applications would you say that they lend themselves on? And is it just for fifth axis simultaneous machines?
Well, the first thing is, 3 years now I've been traveling the world doing demonstrations and proving to people that if they don't look at this technology now or soon, their competition will be. Now, this is a problem. People think, oh yeah, it's too complicated for us. It's something that maybe we'll look at in the future. Well, it's here and now. The ability with the 5-axis machinery, the processing speed, the software that's available now, and the tooling that we can produce and remanufacture, it is there to stay.
Now, you're not just selling conical barrel cutters. You're designing a conical barrel cutter to suit your potential client's application. You're doing things slightly different to everyone else. So what kind of advantages does the client get from this?
Well, they say up to between 70 and 90% of barrel tool technology will need to be specially made. Now I say specially made, it's just, you won't be able to put it in a catalogue, because when you look at the actual process itself, it needs to be tweaked. The certain radius need to be changed to get to certain angles of certain places. So we can do that, and we do it incredibly fast, and then we remanufacture it incredibly economically. So you will get, we have the model, we will help you program the solution that will get you the best possible result.
Sorry, Joe.
No, I was just going to say, QuickGrind, you export all over the world, and I know you don't see similar residents around the world, do you? You're selling a lot of these overseas. So what's the difference?
In what respect, Joe?
So why are the Americans and Germans and other countries, why are they buying conical end mills, but in the UK it's still a big educational exercise?
Well, I just think that you have to find the right clients. That's the problem in different areas of the world. I mean, we're nearly 80% export, and our export is growing. Now, we find the right people that are interested in growing their business, and similar to us, they want to be innovative. They want to be up there and always doing the best. And I say, meeting those people is that we end up with a partnership with them. It's not about customer and supplier, it's about a partnership, and we will always help them grow, and hopefully organically we grow with them.
Conical barrel cutters have been around for years, but all of a sudden they are being marketed in a totally different way. And is this totally down to the new technology, the new machine tools, processing speeds, fifth axis simultaneous capabilities?
Yeah, and the software. It's been around for, like you say, a long time, but only now is it really coming that most of the actual machine tool manufacturers have the ability, and like you say, the processing power and the software. The software has really been the key of recent times to be able to drive this sort of technology.
You previously mentioned programming, and I suppose software comes into the arena when you mention programming. What would you say to the people that are scared of programming such a tool? Because obviously it's not as straightforward as programming a 90-degree end mill.
No, it's not as simple as, but this is the whole idea of having this technical centre here, that an educational centre, that we can actually bring customers, potential clients, partners, bring them and help them and show them, because we have multiple partners in software, and we can help them, say, build the solution to their product.
Yeah, and it's fair to say it looks very complicated, and I wouldn't want to do it. But if you are a 5-axis machinist and you're familiar with 5-axis machining, I think the learning cycle is very short, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, the concept of it is not difficult to understand, which is the first hurdle to get over. You know, if you've got a 10mm bore nose, you're dictated by a 5mm radius. Now, with this new software, you can have upwards of 2-3 meter radiuses if that's what you want, and that means you would have like a 6 meter diameter bore nose in effect.
Yeah, I mean, you as a company, you work totally different to most companies that I've come across, and I think that if you always work in the same way, you'll always get the same results. So I think that people should look to embrace this technology to get different results.
Yeah, Einstein's theory of, the definition of madness, is it not? Yeah. So yeah, 100%. We try to do things and innovate, and if you innovate, then people are always going to be interested in what you do, and hopefully, you know, I say they come along for the ride, and we innovate together and grow a good partnership organically, and hopefully be successful together. That's the key.
Just finally, to wrap up, there's 3 objections I hear about conical milling or barrel milling, whatever you want to call it. The number one's programming. We've pretty much scratched that off. The other 2 are it's limited to aluminium and it's limited to finishing. I don't think it's true. What do you think at QuickGrind?
I'm not sure who comes out with these things, but there's no limitations at all. And if you want to have a look above you there's infinite possibilities and no limitations. So just let us have a crack at it.
Right, thanks Ross, thanks Julian.
Cheers, thank you.
I'm sure you're getting the vibe that it's not just about the machines in the machine shop. Tooling is exceptionally important, and not just tooling, but controlling them, looking after them. A vending machine, tell me about it please, Finn.
Well, QuickGrind use the vending machines to control their tool stocks on a global basis. So this provides the 24/7 access, and this is our own development, so we have complete control of all the management reports, the restocking and the alerts.
So the management reports, you can see, well, what can you see on those management reports?
Well, basically we have the, who's used what, where they've used it, what particular job, and importantly, they don't actually pay for the tools until they're actually used. And the other flip side of that is if they use too many, we can see that that's happened, we can create alerts, we can get replenishment back in. So for QuickGrind, it's their local shop front, regardless of where it is, whether it's in Gloucestershire, Mexico, Canada, or wherever.
A bit of a globetrotter there. So, I mean, these tools you have, say on average 150 pounds a pop, you want to keep complete control. So, say an engineer's using too many, that'll be identified?
Oh yeah, we would definitely flag that, and then that can be addressed. And it may be that it's the wrong tool for the job, or the material isn't quite to the spec that it should have been. So, from what is a very simple process, it can highlight all sorts of errors.
Or they're working really hard.
Indeed, yes. I'd like to think so.
And very simple to use, just quickly if you could show me on
very
here.
simple, yeah, very simple. It's proven technology, most people are familiar. Smart card access, so we're now logged into the system. We can either go and select the tool straight away, or we can go to the menu and we can have a quick look at which tool we would like. And once we get to the tool that we think that we need, we have a check.
There you go, 52's got my name written all over it.
That's right, 52. So this is a Mirage tool, roughing finishing. Is that the tool you like?
Absolutely.
Let's hit yes. It's your lucky day. Now the tool is vended.
Simple as that?
Yeah, that's it. Take the tool from the delivery bin and return to work.
Right.
For this cycle time challenge, we have a manifold body. Now, Mike, firstly, was this made out of solid?
Yeah, it's in solid and it's in one operation.
Now, what is the material?
It's 7075 aluminium.
So this is quite a hard aluminium, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the sort of thing you get in aerospace and motorsport. So yeah.
Now, can you tell me how many tools has it taken to manufacture this component?
We used 5 tools on this. So
5 tools?
Yep.
So the external feature to me looks like it's been scanned.
Yeah, we use a ball nose to get the finish on external feature there, as I say. We roughed it out using our 16mm Cayman, which is a high-performance 3-flute tool, taking the other features down to smaller versions of Caymans.
And the work holding, it looks like it's been crimped and I held on just 3 mil excess material.
Exactly, yeah. I think it was Lang we used on that one. Yes, it was Lang, yeah.
Now, the clever bit is, obviously we've got the drilled and tapped holes on both flanges and some more holes and tapped holes on the bosses. But the clever bit is the internal feature, isn't it? Now, can you explain how you've produced that and how you've produced it so accurately with a perfect blend?
Well, initially this was actually programmed by one of our partners in Ireland, the 5X Technology, Ryan McClure. So rough drilling both sides, and then using a barrel tool to run down, there's a 20mm diameter barrel tool to run down the internal feature, producing the finish, turn over, other side, job done.
Now, this component has been proven out here in your tech centre.
Yep.
We're not going to tell our audience at home the cycle time challenge, but we're going to give them a clue. If you're an avid MTD publication reader, you will find a clue in this magazine. So how long to make this manifold body?
Now to the educational side of the company, because Tim, you've got a program called Quest program, is this correct?
Yes, Lindsay, we've got what we call our Quest program, which is a QuickGrind University Education Support Team. They'll go out to academia and they'll work to bridge the gap between university or colleges and the commercial world as well. So that'll involve training or education, working with them to create curriculum. We'll also look to get them in here as well to use our facilities. So it's it's sort of an end-to-end program, really.
That sounds exciting. I'd love to have done that when I was a bit younger. Kind of like an apprenticeship, is that correct?
Not necessarily an apprenticeship, but we're also looking for sort of future talent as well. But it's really to help people see and understand what the engineering world can offer to them as well. Give them the best of breed, the innovation as well. So whether that be seeing the vending machines are on the shop floor and what they can offer to them, but also taking the experience that we've got in our team to give them sort of new ways of looking at problems.
Tim, honestly, you almost closed the show for me then, because that's exactly how I have felt. Each and every single one of us have walked into this company. Everyone is dressed immaculately and everyone has been so incredibly friendly here today. And I get that sense that even customers are going to feel that. If you've made us feel that way, then customers will too. So thank you so much. Of course, check out the website, quickgrind.com, am I correct?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, quickgrind.com.
And get in touch with all of the guys. So thank you so much for watching this week's Swarf and Chips. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. And as we always say, keep those spindles turning.